Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jester. My name is Junior. Let's take a look at Mattel's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Catra, Jealous Beauty. Interesting. I've never known that. From the cartoon collection. I'm not much into the She-Ra characters, but I did get her because it just adds to the characters from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I basically just combine the two at this point. But let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, mine has creases and it's bent, and this is the thicker card back that we are now getting, but it's just, oh, she transforms into the cat. Okay, I should know that. Magic Cats, as seen on Magic Cats. Interesting. Like I said, though, I'm not really, what's that for? I'm not really heavily much on the She-Ra universe, but she adds to the population of the whole thing. So let me go ahead and open her up and see what's going on. So here's everything out of packaging. We've already looked at this comic book from the Faker review. So nothing surprising over there. The instructions, the most difficult instructions on how to play with your Mattel toys. So here is the only accessory in the whole thing, which is her cat form. Non-articulated, it's basically a very static figure, but actually I kind of dig it because look at how sleek this sculpt is. There's no sacrifice in the form at all because there's no joints or anything to worry about, and it's nicely painted, as you can see. A lot of nice paint application. So I'm happy with how this cat turned out. While we're zoomed in, why don't we take a look at that face? Honestly, the Mattel, the way it's doing it, basically the same thing with the GI Joes from Hasbro, where their figures really do shine when it comes to the faces. It's very simplistic in paint application, but look at how good looking that paint app is. It basically really makes that head pop, you know? At least it is for me. Like, is that mascara? Is that what you call it? The makeup above her eyes, that looks very, very striking, and her eyes, green eyes, are very striking too. Really good looking portrait there, which is a contrast to how simple this figure is. And then as you see, they actually did paint application on certain parts of her armor, so it really stands out even though it's basically the same color. This is just bare plastic and this is just painted red, and look at how much that pops. That's pretty cool. Very nice decision in terms of making the minimal paint work or paint application work for you. The cape is actually two pieces, the purple and this red part, and it's glued together. I'm not even gonna try to put that apart. The only thing I would say is because it's free floating, it tends to wobble a lot. I kind of wish, I mean, it would have ruined the sculpt here, but I would never have her without the cape anyway. So I kind of wish it just basically just stayed on like static. But there is something wrong with my copy, as you can see. If I were to put this right there in the middle, her cape is actually lopsided. So maybe I will pull this apart and then re-glue it. Because as you can see, it's deeper here, and this one's, yeah, unfortunate. And I'm really debating whether I'm gonna customize this so it actually just stays on in one spot. Alright, so this headband in the Masterverse, it actually is plugged in, but this is just loose as a headband. That looks pretty cool, I think. That's a good solution to that. The hair is actually connected straight to the head, so there's no movement. It moves the whole head as you're moving her around. Articulation is the basic articulation for Masters of the Universe from Origins collection or cartoon collection from Mattel. I'm quite satisfied with the movement and articulation of this one. I'm not really planning on Wow, look at that. What? Where is the movement coming from? Oh, here. There's a waist cut that's hidden by this very thin rubber overlay of the armor piece. She can kick around the same range. No, a little bit more because she's kicking at 90 over there. And knee articulation is at 90. It does have a swivel at the knee. The boot cut, there is a boot cut over there, surprising. Ankle goes up and down with a ankle rocker. So yeah, pretty good with this one. So as I mentioned, so I'm actually quite happy with this figure. Base price 10 equaling to $20. Value I would get at 11 because I'm quite surprised at how much I like it and how much I wasn't expecting that because like I said, I'm not much into the She-Ra universe, which she is from, but I'm quite happy to add her to a collection, and I don't mind spending the more higher price now of $19 or $20, whatever this is. But it is basically scraping the very top of what I'm willing to pay for a cartoon collection. In fact, that's the reason why I really don't like buying stuff from Mattel Creations, because I have to add in the cost of shipping. And usually when I do that, I tend to buy a lot of figures rather than pay the usual, and it's $8 now, not 6. But anyway, we'll talk about that some more on my next toy haul from Mattel Creations, which I ended up buying over $200 worth of toys from the Origins and Cartoon collection as well. So that's it for my review of Catra from Mattel, Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection. Very, very nice. Value 12 from the base price of 10 equaling to $20. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.